In the name of God, the Merciful, the Compassionate, Your Excellency Annalena Baerbock, President of the General Assembly, Your Excellency Antonio Guterres, Secretary General of the United Nations, our celebration today of the 80th anniversary of the United Nations was supposed to be an occasion, an opportunity to reflect on the journey of this organization, an opportunity to think of the achievements of the organization in maintaining international peace and security and ensuring prosperity and development for all, and establishing an international order based on international law that are applied by all, that apply to all, to preserve the dignity and rights of all. However, the reality of these international organizations today, 80 years after its establishment, has nothing to do with these noble goals. The multilateral international system is facing challenges. Its pillars are being eroded. It's fluid as a result of crimes being committed in full view of the international community. The international community is standing idly by, is a spectator before the systemic violations of international law that undermined the international system. We're seeing double standards across the board, but especially in the Middle East. The Middle East is at a point of implosion. The bases of stability, peace and security are absent. There is no noteworthy respect of international legitimacy. Our Palestinian brethren is falling victim to the most heinous Israeli actions. It's a war, a wanton, unjust war waged against defenseless civilians for a sin they did not commit, driven by an extremist ideology that only sees destruction, killing, and systematic starvation, a toxic narrative, an incitement to hatred and violence. The aggression is transpiring without accountability, and it has affected one country of the region after the other. The most latest, what we've seen, is the wanton aggression against brotherly Qatar. Egypt is one of the first to anchor the pillar of peace in the region when President Sadat visited Jerusalem in a historic visit in 1979. Egypt feels concerned and feels responsible at the same time. 2 years following this wanton aggression against Gaza, following the daily violations in the West Bank, the foundations of peace that we have been laying for 75 years are now being threatened. In light of these difficult circumstances, Egypt presents its vision to deal with the situation in the Middle East and the international system as follows. First, we express our appreciation and gratitude to President Donald Trump, which announced his full commitment and his willingness to work with the leaders of the region to end this unjust war against Gaza, according to an integrated, comprehensive vision that stops the bloodshed, that ensures security for all, that restores the foundation to bring back lost trust. Egypt is fully willing and is fully committed to building on the vision by President Trump to restore stability, to end the war, to open a political horizon that paves the way towards the establishment of the Palestinian state, to also release hostages and detainees, and to heal all wounds, the wounds of the orphans, the wounds of the injured, the wounds of the hungry in the Gaza Strip, and put an end to the arrogance of might and to put it aside and to restore hope for tomorrow. Egypt, since the outbreak of this crisis, have done its utmost to reach a ceasefire that is sustainable in Gaza, in partnership with brotherly Qatar and the United States of America. We worked on resuming the entry of humanitarian aid without obstacles to address the starvation that is made by Israel, created by Israel. We must restore the basic necessities of life. The entry of humanitarian aid must be a priority for the international community. Together, we all must ensure the provision of humanitarian aid as soon as possible and at scale. And we also must work together to protect civilians. We reiterate that we categorically reject any scenarios to forcibly displace the Palestinian people. This would be a crime of ethnic cleansing. We say this very clearly. Egypt is not and will not be a gate to liquidate the Palestinian cause. We will continue to support the resilience of the defined Palestinian people that is holding on to its national territories. We will never, never be a partner in a new Nakba. Bringing humanitarian tragedies, even more humanitarian tragedies. Egypt also presented a plan for reconstruction and recovery that was accepted at the Arab, Islamic and international level. We commend the invaluable role of UNRWA, the indispensable role of UNRWA. It is providing valuable support to millions of Palestinian refugees. We also commend the role of the United Nations and its specialized agency. We call upon the countries of the world to provide the necessary and sustainable support to